Good morning, everybody. This is our workout for tomorrow. This is for the 17th tomorrow. So Kelly's going to zoom in here real quick and just kind of let y'all take a look at it. We got the warm-up up top, right below it. We have mobility, and then over to our right, we have our options in terms of workouts. Tomorrow, you won't really need any sort of equipment. Really, you just need yourself, and your body. That's all you need tomorrow, right? So real quick, I'm going over the warm-up, right? So tomorrow, for your warm-up, you're gonna have 2 rounds, okay? So it's not on time or anything like that, but you're gonna do 5 of your groiners on right side and left side. From there, you're gonna stay into that plank position and give yourself 5 dive bomb push-ups. You're just trying to simulate kind of the movements and the positions that you'll be in when you go into a burpee. From there, stay in the plank position as well, and then you have shoulder taps. Remember, your shoulder tap is from that plank position, y'all, where you're in the plank and you tap right side, you tap left side. So you're doing 5 of those on right side, and then you're doing 5 of those on left side. So just alternate sides, try to hold each one for maybe a couple seconds and stay in that plank position and stay solid, right? From there, wherever you can, if you have it marked off, you can run 100 meters. If you want to hop on a rower, if you have one, you can go 150 meters on a rower. If you have a bike, hop on a bike, and you can go about maybe 5 calories on a bike, all right? But you're gonna go through 2 rounds of this. Once you finish this, go straight into your mobility. So because you're gonna be in the burpee position a lot, we wanna stretch the wrist out. So that plank position, y'all, we're actually from a knees position, y'all, where we go fingers facing towards us first, we go fingers facing away, and then we go top of the hands down. So I have it on here. I want you to hold each one of them for about 30 seconds, okay? Remember while you're in it, y'all always hear me say it, you can push left, you can push right, kind of move around in that joint and just try to open up the wrist a little bit, but hold your fingers facing towards you for 30, fingers facing away from you for 30, and then top of the hands down on the for 30 as well. Remember, on the top of the hands down, go to where you're comfortable on that one, okay? Next one is gonna just be just a regular roll, good old calf stretch. Just find something in your house or in the garage, press your foot up against it, you'll hold there for 60 seconds on your right side, and then you'll switch and do 60 seconds on your left side. If you do want to do the calf stretch a little bit more, or that one, if you have a box or something that you want to put your foot on top of, I know that's not on there, but you can always put your foot on top of a box to get that ankle stretch while you're in there too as well. You'll go through that, and then once you finish that, here are our options over here for workouts, all right? So two separate ones, okay? So the way this is gonna work, mirror effect is your top one, death by burpees is gonna be your final one. So I'll go over the death by burpees first at the bottom. So if you've ever done a death by, it's a very simple concept. So you start your clock, all right? So from 0 to 1, you have a task, right? And then when it gets to the 2nd minute, then from there you have another task, and then the 3rd minute, kind of the same thing. So basically what you'll do, burpees, and I have it right here. So on the minute, for as far as possible, doing a certain amount of burpees. So for round 1, when you start your clock, you would do 5 burpees. If it takes you 10 seconds to do 5 burpees, you rest for 50 seconds, right? Once the next minute comes back around, you're gonna add a rep to it, and then you do 6 burpees for that one, all right? If it takes you 10 seconds to do that, you have another 50 seconds to rest, all right? Once the next minute comes around, then you do 7, same thing. Rest the remaining time, then you go 8, then you go 9, you go 10, and so on until you finish. If you can get up to 100 doing it, go as high or as far as you can doing it, okay? It might take you 15 minutes, it might take you 20 minutes, it just depends on how willing you are to push on the burpees, all right? In terms of strategy on that one, really it's just a push. The harder you work, the more rest you have. So obviously it's up to you, just know yourself on it and push where you can, okay? That's your death by burpees, okay? Your next option, okay? If you would like to do a little bit of running today, depending on what the weather is like, we start the clock, right? Basically, you're gonna go from 0 to 10, okay? So what you'll do is you'll start off, you'll run a mile for your first one. Say it takes you 8 minutes to run your mile. From there, you have 2 minutes to relax and catch your breath, right? You wait for the clock to get back to the 10th minute. When the clock hits 10 minutes, then from there, you have 100 burpees to do within a 10-minute span, okay? Say you do all of the 100 burpees in 7 minutes. From there, you have 3 minutes to rest. Then from there, once the clock gets to the 20th minute, then from there, you go on another mile run until the clock gets to 30, and then that's your workout, okay? In terms of going through this one, y'all, what I would say is if you have a rower at home, if you want to row, your rower will be 2,000 meters to get you your mile. On the burpees, you keep the burpees as they are, and then kind of the same thing. If you want to hop on a bike and kind of do the same thing, what I would tell you to do on a bike is go about 100 calories on the bike. That would be a good goal to go for the 0 to 10 minutes. But from there, y'all, what I would tell you is if you are worried about completing the mile run within a 10-minute span, what I would tell you to do is run in one direction for 4 minutes and then turn and go in another direction for another 4 minutes, and give yourself at least 2 minutes of rest if you know the 10 minutes for the mile is not feasible. And I think that is completely doable. You'll do the same thing up here for the top one, go through your burpees, and then you'll do the same one for the bottom one here, okay? Other than that, y'all, that is about all I have in terms of strategy. This will all be posted on Zen Planner for you to look at too as well. And as always, if you have any questions, get with me, get with Brian, and we'll answer them as best as we can, all right? Thank you guys, to the max.